them.
Tell that bitch to tell a friend to tell a friend.
Yo, what's the deal, man? Welcome to the ChrisNmike show. We got some real interesting topics to talk about today. Before we get into that, we're gonna kick it off with the new smash single from ChrisNmike Cash.
Monkey Box.
We do not own the rights to this music.
Some shit, man. I'm sorry. Some shit. Oh shit, you got monkey pop, bitch. Focus on the spot, you got monkey pop. Come around me if you got the monkey pop. You need to go and get the shot, you got monkey pop. Come around me with that shit, you got monkey pop. Even the pictures make me hit, you got monkey pop. Time to go back to the crib, the monkey pop. I ain't trying to catch shit, you got monkey pop. Oh shit, man, here we go again. Tell the governor to shut this bitch down again. I ain't coming outside, I'm just staying in. I ain't trying to see no family or no friends.
Yo.
Wait, what you doing?
You can't be on Facebook and
Why? What is it?
Keep your ass in the crib, I'm trying to spend. Looking at the pics, I can tell that it really hurt. I know I'm over the news, so you better alert. I might not come out the crib till November 1st. Shit, you got monkey pop. Focus on the spot, you got monkey pop. Come around me if you got the monkey pop. You need to go and get the shot, you got monkey pop. Come around me with that shit, you got monkey pop. Even the pictures make me hit, you got monkey pop. Time to go back to the crib, the monkey pop. And I ain't trying to catch shit, you got monkey pop. If you bitchin' then don't come around me. I'm not playing, I'm serious. I'm sorry you don't take this as a joke, but it's serious. Serious like they about to try new experience. You know I keep it real, I'm as real as it gets. Don't touch me and do not touch my kids. If I'm playing, if you want, I will not go for weed. You're not coming around me with a spot on your lip. And I turn you on news and that's all you talking about. Don't call my phone, I ain't coming out the house. Do not text my phone, cause I'm not coming out. Come around me with no lumps on your body or your mouth. Bitch, shit, you got monkey pop. Focus on the spot, you got monkey pop. Come around me if you got the monkey pop. You need to go and get the shot, you got monkey pop. Come around me with that shit, you got monkey pop. Even the pictures make me hit, you got monkey pop. That boy G-Mac stayed up on Current, dropping shit about Current events. Shut up. Shout out to G-Mac. Produced by Primo Beat. Shout out Primo. Had to throw that out there too. But today, yeah, it's a lot of the same topics going around right now. We got I know y'all seen the clip. That's why I can't wait till we upgrade so we can start pulling up the clips and showing the clips on the podcast too before we talk about that. It's gonna be so crazy. But Cat from I don't know where he's from, but he had a little IG model he met online and she flew her out. Thought he was gonna get the cakes, ain't get the cakes, and he had her going back to the airport. I think didn't buy her plane ticket or nothing, just kind of like shit. You didn't give him the chick shit. Turned around, went right back to the airport. We're gonna touch on that first, and then we're gonna jump into Steve Harvey. Mike shared the clip. Steve Harvey saying, men can't be a woman in a relationship can't have a platonic male friend because men we always looking for a chink in the armor or a little crack for us to squeeze in and get something out of her too. And then we're gonna talk about that Britney Griner, man. How she got the 9-year sentence today in Russia for the cannabis oil she had. So, which I want to tap into first.
Specifically with the Steve Harvey thing, he said that men aren't out seeking friendship from women, single or in a relationship, doesn't matter. That's never the case. But I am gonna play that.
We'll tap it in first.
When we get to that.
We going off the dude sending girl back.
No, let's start with Britney.
Let's start with Britney.
Yeah, let's start with Britney. Let's get that out. Let's get her out of the way.
You first.
Me first?
What you think about Britney Griner situation? Was 9 years, 9.5 years, that excessive? Is it fair? Do you got sympathy for her? Do you not have sympathy for her? Do you feel like they said the president already signed off on a trade for this cat named Victor Boot. That was like an arms dealer. He was killing Americans and stealing weapons to
give to Colombian terrorists. They already signed off, I guess, to trade him or somebody else or two Russian people for her. But Russia said they wasn't moving forward with no negotiations to trade for her until after she was sentenced. So what you feel about that situation? That's tough.
Well, I'm not really too familiar with the whole case, but
You know who Britney Griner is?
yeah, WNBA player, right?
Yeah.
I mean, in essence, for what it is, I mean, this is how I feel. And again, opinion, right?
That's
when we
a
talk
disclaimer.
Exactly. When we talk about excessive, at the end of the day, that's their law.
That's
you
true.
know, it goes back to whenever you're doing anything, it's not about what's fair, because life is not fair, right? So, and then when you talk about the circumstances that the world is in, I just think it's a combination of everything, It's the relationship they have with us. It's more so, it's like a...
That's definitely probably played a part.
Yeah, and then, look at where she's at, where, at the end of the day, are you shocked? That's my thing.
I am.
Really?
I am.
Do tell.
I'm shocked because her charges were smuggling and possession. Possession, fine. Smuggling, who was she gonna sell 0.702 grams of marijuana cannabis oil to?
The law is the
No,
law.
I get that. But I'm saying I feel like that's excessive only because I know everybody's law ain't the same, and I know everybody's judicial system is not ran the same. But they know who she is at this point. They know she's a WNBA player. She's been in the WNBA. She played in college. She's a star in the WNBA. She makes X amount of dollars.
Mm-hmm.
I'm probably just saying this because I live in the United States, but do they not look at prior history, or do they just be like, oh, this is what you did, this is what you're getting locked up for?
But
that's the difference, though. It's different. We have a government, we have a system. They have dictatorship over there. The dictatorship is just like people who, to me, abuse their authority as far as, and then they can make you an example no matter what you did, first try, second try, that's what they're going to do. But I think 9.5 years is excessive. If they said 5, I would have been cool with that. Like,
What was
shit,
the
that's
max?
10. They gave her 9.5 out of 10 for.
Do you think
And they should have charged her with just possession. Bro, realistically, smuggling is
that's taking drugs from one country to another.
That's true.
that's the definition of
They
it?
didn't say distribution, so
That's true.
Exactly.
Distribution would have been who she gonna sell.
But even still, the amount that she had, in my opinion, like, what is she gonna do with this amount of cannabis oil? She can get 3 people high, maybe 4.
I'm not sure weed
Yeah.
legal in Canada, but
No.
you trying to take some weed over there.
You ain't get what I'm saying. I'm saying I understand that part, but in my opinion, that's excessive. I don't give a fuck what their laws are. That's excessive.
At the end of the day,
That's understandable that she did what she did in a different country. The law is different, but it's still excessive.
but it depends
At the end of the day, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, but at the same time, it does depend on how you look. Because at the end of the day, the law is the law.
Correct.
When you talk about excessiveness and if something is fair or not, that's your opinion. It's not up for debate,
I agree.
and it's bigger than what they're doing to her as an individual. At the end of the day, it's deeper than her.
Let me ask you a question. Do you think that if we wasn't at odds with them, and if we didn't have all this shit going on with them in Russia, and if they didn't have Putin in office and where they're at, would they be doing this?
Possibly, and we probably wouldn't have known nothing of it if she wasn't a WNBA player. And you have to also realize she got other counts against her. She a woman and she black. You think
That's
that
true.
here?
And she's a
And she's successful.
she's a lesbian. And
She's a boy.
she's a lesbian.
No, and she's
But I'm saying she's a lesbian. We don't know how Russia looks at lesbians and trans. We don't know how they
I
perceive
mean, at the
that.
end of the day, that's a crime.
No, I was saying we don't know how they perceive that in Russia. Like in the United States, like being anything other than heterosexual and lesbian was, my bad, bisexual was frowned upon for real. We don't know if Russia. We don't know.
I would say I think we're one of the most acceptable countries.
No, I'm saying now we are, but before we weren't. Not until they started people started being openly.
Right, what we talking about now.
Yeah.
Because it's happening now.
Agreed.
So I think that that's the least of it. I mean, for the simple fact that she's a black woman that's successful, that's enough.
So we had people saying that if it was LeBron, he would have been on. What you think?
I feel like if it was LeBron, he wouldn't have made that mistake.
I mean, you
What
know.
if somebody planted it on?
She made the mistake.
That's not what I'm saying. We not talking about that. We speaking hypothetically. Hypothetically, hypothetically, he go over there with his son. His son got one. His son decided, damn, I'm gonna put this in my daddy bag. Not knowing the law, he put it in Brian's bag. I'm only speaking on hypotheticals because I want to know a straight answer.
I think Bron's sons would have owned up to it like that's my shit. Like I think him and his wife raised their kids right. He would have owned up to that. He took accountability. Like that's what I think.
Allegedly, she had already been over there before, so that's why I kind of was like, damn, I got sympathy before. If she go over there and play every year when the season over, she should know the law, and she shouldn't be making them time.
Well, obviously, if she go over there every year, come on, if this is what she's doing, it's obviously something that, or it could, let me not say obvious, because it could be something that, I mean, shoot, I don't know the woman personally.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But
They were saying that she go play overseas every year, but that's the thing too. Even if it wasn't Russia, every country's different, so she should be doing homework on some of those spots before she go play there.
It has nothing to do with her being caught with this cannabis. It has everything to do with something bigger than her.
Oh, you think that?
As well as a distraction. What that distraction is, I don't know.
I think it was probably something bigger than her, but that's why she should have been on her people view. Because I mean, we all knew it was around the time when she got caught. It was a lot of friction between Russia and the U.S. They was probably looking at everybody from the U.S. with a comb, like for real, because they was probably looking for a reason to fuck with somebody, and she
happened to be the guinea pig.
I mean, it's the example, you know, and then not even just that. It's, you know, like I said, just from what I'm hearing about it, it's not like I followed this, you know, situation, you know, or whatever. But, you know, at the end of the day, the prosecution of it is nothing no different than what, you know, people, you know.
What was our? Does anybody remember what was our max sentence for possession of weed before it was legal? I don't remember what it was.
I didn't ever feel like I needed to worry about that.
And with that amount of weed before it was legal, like they was just taking it and stumping it into the ground. Like it wasn't. They barely would write a ticket for that amount of.
I don't know, stuff like that is like when I went to Cancun. One of the people I went with smuggled weed to Cancun. Like, and I was like, why would you do that? Why would you?
Fuck around quick, all y'all.
You know what I'm saying? Like we're not from here. We don't speak their language.
So she got locked up with somebody too.
Yeah.
Wasn't it somebody she was with that's locked up too?
Nah,
you said her. It was just her.
I don't know about that. You know.
But you feel like that's the law, that's what it is.
Yeah.
She should have been more careful.
But it's not about fair.
During her trial, she stated that she knew she wasn't supposed to have that.
Yeah, she knew.
She forgot to throw it away. Like, that's on you, like, my nigga. That's your fault.
Yeah, so it's, and it's like at the end of the
So
day.
you don't have no sympathy for it at all.
It's fucked up. Like, she got people with that probably love and care about her, and like she was gone for 9 years. That's fucked up, but
She ain't the first person, and I don't mean to not.
Oh,
Because, you know, because with most people, you know, and I think that's an issue within itself, is people always talk about what's fair. And life is not fair, the world is not fair, the judicial system, no matter what country you in, sometimes it's not fair. You You know what I'm saying? You know, at the end of the day, the law is the law. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, of course they're maximizing it. Of course they're being an asshole because of what's going on. So that's, I mean, pretty much the sum of it. She's being made an example of, and they definitely don't give a F about her because she's a black woman that's successful. And American on top of that. And you a black woman that's successful. And I'm saying that again. You're a black woman that's successful. So there you have it.
Anything else on that?
I mean, that's a good one.
Say a prayer for her. That's what good.
I think it don't, I mean, you know, it could be other things and politics into it, but at the end of the day, no, they're not gonna cut her no slack. You know, she's the bottomest of the bottom.
Yeah.
And that's just what the reality is. Everybody sitting on this couch is considered the
That's why
bottom
you
of the
don't
bottom.
type of games like that.
It would. There you go.
So what about President Biden being willing to?
He already signed off on who they were supposed to trade. They come about trade.
They was gonna release a terrorist.
He's not a terrorist. They said he was an arms dealer who killed some Americans to steal weapons for Colombian terrorists. We don't have any beef with Colombia, so I would be. And then he wouldn't be. I wouldn't be worried. Like how he gonna get back to the U.S.? He would be banned from coming here. How you get to the U.S.? He gonna take a boat? There ain't no boat that goes from here.
He probably wouldn't even want to come back.
Again, are we shocked? We're talking about a government that dropped bombs on other countries and steal and kill.
I'm sorry.
every day.
I think him being willing to trade that nigga for a black woman speak volumes.
He probably had somebody convince him. He probably
Even if he was
we gotta do something to get her out.
convinced.
Because I feel like if he was on some, oh my God, we gotta do something to get her out, she would have been out.
Even if he was convinced, I still feel like it speaks volumes because
Trump
of
was
what
making moves like this.
Here.
yeah, for people that was locked up
Yeah,
here.
but him and Putin was like this, wasn't it?
Allegedly.
His wife was Russian.
But no, I was saying
They
that.
all like
I was saying that
You
because of
know?
what she just said though. Like when she said everybody on this couch is bottom on the bottom. So whether he did it to save face, look good, whatever, still speak volumes that he was willing to go to lengths for somebody that seemed that in certain worlds are minuscule. You know, and in most worlds are minuscule. They already talk about how WNBA players don't make a lot of money and people don't come to the games and they make 10% of the NBA player's salary. That's why I feel like it speaks volumes. For him to go to the lengths of somebody of her, you know, of her caliber as far
Of
as.
course, because his vice president is a black woman.
Yeah, I know that.
Okay, so I ain't speaking too much volumes to me.
That's what I say.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
He was not.
it's not. I mean, and then at the end of the day, I mean,
I don't feel
and
like
again,
that.
I
I don't
haven't.
feel like that means anything because once Barack got in there, I feel like anybody of color can get in office at any position, any level, Senate, city council, mayor, whatever. Once Barack got in there, that opened the door for anybody black to get in the door. Maybe not to be fully black, but somebody black is going to be in position up there. At this point, it's always going to be somebody black sitting in some type of position of power over some state or country. I mean, over some state or in some of these states or in this country. That's how I feel. Because again, that was the thing when Barack was running. It was, he's running against Hillary. Hillary's a woman. Hillary's a white woman. But a black woman got in office before a white woman. So that is open to me, him getting in to open the floodgates, even though they say he's not technically black. But to me, that opened the floodgates as far as them being willing to even put black people on the ballot. And some people don't do their homework. Some people just vote because they, you know, like a lot of people don't even rock
That's what your grandma did.
black.
I'm just saying. No, I'm saying like most people vote. I'm just being real. I'm not saying you. I'm saying in essence, when people choose, they do it because their grandma or their mother or their father.
Half of these people don't even know what's going on.
Well,
They just vote for who they think
I mean,
who they think had the better narrative on TV.
I mean, to me, that's a whole nother conversation. I mean, did he really open doors or did it start something else? But that's a whole
I feel like
nother.
it opened doors. I feel like it opened doors. Just because he got in, I feel like it opened doors.
You think it? But let me just ask you this question since we're on it, and I just, you know, and I feel like we kind of getting off subject with that.
No, we are.
When you say open doors,
I mean,
And we're
I
still
said open
talking
floodgates. So
Well,
I mean, like
even floodgates.
Yeah.
But you're talking about some states that still have Jim Crow laws active that they won't remove.
Yeah, I know that. But
And
every
you
state
still
doesn't.
have-
But every state don't have that. Every state doesn't have that still.
Okay.
We're not a state that has that.
I didn't
We
say
got-
that either.
But I'm saying we have black officials everywhere in Michigan. Though.
Mhm.
We got a lot of them on.
We've had that.
We got a 19. It was a 19-year-old boy that was just city. He got in some trouble. Yeah, he just. Yeah, like when have we ever seen somebody 19 black be even on city council? That's 19. Like he was the first dude I think at that age to do that. But I feel like they wouldn't be. But I feel like people in power wouldn't even be open to that if it wasn't for Barack getting in office. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying.
This is all opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Is it really an area of opportunity or is it an area to blind you?
Both.
Okay.
Both.
You know.
Because in the position of power, like you still have some authority. You don't have all of it, but you still have some. You know what I'm saying? Some stuff you gotta get, and the president gotta get stuff signed off on and to get bills passed. You know, it gives you some. It gives you some wiggle room because guess what? What we always say is not about what you know, it's about who you know. And everybody's not racist. There's a lot of people out there that are. There's a lot
Well,
that
I've
aren't.
never mentioned racism.
No, I was talking about like as far as like
Okay.
trying to remember, again, I'm going back to what you said about all of us being at a certain, considered to be a certain level. And some people in a position of power think like that. That's why we still hire, that's why we're still keeping 70, 80-year-old men in office. Like, when are we going to get a 40, 50-year-old guy in there that has new ideas and new, you know, we get on subject. You know, talk about that a little bit.
I don't think age has anything to do with how innovative or, you know, or the change that people are trying to create. All I'm saying that the system
So you
that
think
has
that's,
been created. Okay.
So you think that somebody that's 70 years old, 80 years old is trying to come up with new ideas and they're not trying to stick to what's been going on and how they've been running things?
It's a possibility because now that's called discrimination.
But I
It's
feel
because of
like
someone's
that,
age
but
that
I
they
feel like,
possibly couldn't think.
but it ain't that they're not thinking forward. They're not trying to think forward. That's just my opinion, though.
But are you a mind reader?
No.
Oh, okay. I'm just asking the question.
No, I'm
you know,
only saying
I'm
that.
just
I'm saying that because what has changed? What has changed?
I mean, but according to you, things have changed because Barack Obama.
No, I'm not talking about.
I'm just saying. That's what you said.
I'm not talking about change when it comes to color in office. I'm speaking about change as far as how this country's run. It's run the same way. The same things are happening. Mass shootings. We haven't done shit about gun reform yet. We just now starting to, and that's only because rappers like Jay-Z, who's a billionaire, is trying to basically, he built his relationship that he built, so he's trying to change.
Lawyers or Biden releases something.
No, I know that. I'm saying they're still trying to keep. That don't got nothing to do with though. Britney Griner ain't a politician. I'm talking about when it comes to making change across the country. I ain't just talking about one or two situations. But no, yeah, we getting on topic though.
Y'all been talking about politics for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
So, where was back in, Mike?
Yeah, we got way off subject.
Way off.
Oh, you funny. So anyway, as far as Britney Griner goes, 9 years, it's fucked up. You gotta be quicker than that, Britney. I'm sorry for you. Sorry if you get mad at me. But we're gonna move on off of you. We're gonna go back to this topic of men flying chicks out. Pretty sure a lot of y'all seen the post on Instagram. Dude flew the chick out, Instagram model. She got there. She wasn't trying to have no sex. He sent her back on her way. I posted a post on Facebook back in February and now got 5,000 plus shares, 2,000 plus comments, 400 plus likes. A chick said,
Right.
bless you, Tay. A chick said, so, matter of fact, I'm gonna read it, so I don't even want to get nothing messed up. I'm gonna read it exactly what it says.
You talking about being flew out for the weekend, right?
Yeah, ain't even no time limit on it. So, girlie say, damn, so if a nigga take me out of town, I gotta fuck him since when? Say you thought that was funny.
I mean, that's the expectation, though.
So I screenshotted it, reposted, and I asked, like, do y'all be serious? It was like, do y'all just be joking when y'all say shit like that? Like realistically, like, why am I walking like y'all? Not just to see your face. Like, it's 2022. We got FaceTime. I just want to see your face. Like, realistically. I mean, would you go?
Jazz like she would do it. Rip you would do
Yeah,
it.
she would
Let
like
her
she
go
ready,
first.
right?
No, I mean, I agree. I personally am not going. If I trust you enough to have you fly me out and it's just about to be me and you, I can trust you with my pussy at that point. But to say like, oh, I can just FaceTime you, like, sometimes it's not all about sex. It can just be having somebody's company. You want their company around, want to, vibe with them and stuff. But
And plane tickets be $500. Fuck that.
Now.
This just happened now though.
That's a bad spirit.
Or if they got them flight points and all that, that don't necessarily mean nothing.
You probably got that bitch for free. Sky miles.
I mean, this is just the real, and I don't care who somebody look at me some type of way. This is the real.
Just let you know,
Okay.
you gotta become a permanent member, so I'll be letting you know.
So I'm just saying,
I mean, a permanent cause, my bad.
yeah, listen to me here, okay? Listen to me here. Women be playing these games, okay? At the end of the day, they already know what it is. And now you getting all shocked and trying to be all mightier than thou. At the end of the day, you even have in your mind the minute the man says he wants to fly you out or come somewhere to, right. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on now. You know what I'm saying? Some women, I'm not saying that that's necessarily the case all the time. Only how, obviously that was the expectation or communication was not clear. Because,
He said
I don't know nobody that's flying somebody out
he was saying
and not having expectations to go that mile after.
He was saying in the car when he was dropping her off that they had been FaceTiming for like it's been a month and they was FaceTiming almost every day. You think that mattered for her?
At the end of the day, again, it's all about communication, between those two people.
Yeah, I feel like they both idiots if you ask me.
But you know what though? Sometimes, like, what if?
Both idiots.
Because I've been in positions where I was gonna give my man the cheeks, but he was so eager and it made me like, no, I'm straight. Like,
Yeah, we don't know all of this.
so yeah, he was probably like,
Yeah, because he was in the car like,
yeah.
she was like, so I gotta go home. He's like, bitch, you ain't with the cheeks. Like, he literally said that. So he was eager for sure. In my opinion.
And then not even just eagerness at the same time. Again, we don't know all the facts. What if when she got with him, his breath stank? Your car smelled. You look funny. You know what I'm saying? You did something to turn her off. You never know.
But she said she wasn't gonna fuck. Like, she didn't want to fuck. Like, that wasn't what she came out.
Yeah, she did say
Like,
that. She didn't intend to at all.
Like I said, I feel like they both goofies.
But so she said that in the car in the video, like that ain't what I came out here for the fuck. But
So what you come out here for?
and not to mention that she taking showers, walking around naked, sleeping in
Yeah,
nigga
that,
bed,
he
naked.
definitely said that did happen.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's
That's
the
what
tease
I'm
for
talking
sure.
about.
She knew what she was doing.
And that's what I'm talking about. You at this point, now you're playing. Okay? Like at this point, like let's just be real. You cannot possibly think. Now, again, if this man didn't touch you, because now people, I'm quite sure people gonna make comments about rape and just because it's her body, she did. Nigga, if you didn't want the attention, if you didn't want something to happen, you need to understand and know logically that you shouldn't be walking around. I don't care if it's a man, woman, or whatever, what you walking around naked for, what you doing all these things, and you don't think the intent is there, especially when it's two people that have expressed that they at least like each other. You know what I'm saying? So at this point, you sound dumb, and he had every right to take your dumb ass back to the airport. So you go home, and
So
you know, that's what I think.
So he won both for not getting her plane ticket back home?
No, because that was his expectation. That's what he wanted to do. He has it's not about right or wrong. That's how he feels. That's his position. So you need to accept it. You didn't want to do it, so you go back home. What you asking questions for? Especially if the man kicking me out.
I feel like that shit was weak as hell.
Then he took her back to the airport?
No,
he didn't buy her ticket.
He didn't make sure she got to the crib.
Okay, now I'm gonna go deeper because I never heard this story. I'm only going as we're talking.
He made sure she got to the airport.
He did. Okay.
He was a courier taking her back to the airport.
I knew he was on the way there, but I don't even know.
He ain't buy no ticket.
They ain't show no
He
video.
said he canceled the ticket.
Oh, he canceled. Oh yeah, that's some weak shit. Yeah, but he canceled the ticket. That's some weak shit.
I mean,
That's weak as hell.
She literally just got a free trip. And let's be real, y'all complain about it all the time when girls be trying to get free dinners out of y'all and all that. Like y'all complain about it. She literally was trying to get her free trip.
No, that's cool, but I still feel like that shit weak as hell. Like that shit.
Well,
weak as hell.
I mean, but then women know you because you gotta hold women accountable.
To have the expectations and to have the expectations that you probably didn't even tell her. To have the expectations and then be like,
but we're grown. Why didn't he have to tell her? Yeah, I'm a fucking.
I mean, but you walking around.
What you mean? Like that?
He
That's
didn't violate her. He didn't violate her. He just.
No, I get that, but that's the problem with every relationship, friendship. Nobody communicates and lets nobody know expectations. That's the problem. That's why that's why he was on that video going ham and her ass was in the position she was in, and that's why he didn't get no ass, and that's why she was stranded. So nobody let expectations.
So we're not gonna hold her.
So at the end of the day, they both took the fucking L. You asked me.
So we're not gonna hold her accountable.
Huh? No,
you're not gonna hold her accountable.
I didn't say that she wasn't accountable. I never said that. I just said that shit was weak as hell.
How was it though?
I just told you.
If you hold her accountable, it wasn't weak as hell. If you're gonna hold her accountable,
weak as hell. I said they both was goofies though, but I also said that was weak as hell.
He canceled her ticket to go back home.
Because you gave a fuck about her when you wanted to fuck, so now you don't, because you ain't get no ass when you wanted it, now you don't give a fuck about if she get home. That's weak. I don't give a fuck how you put it. That's weak as fuck.
Yeah,
he's a goofy. He's a goofy.
Yeah, I agree with him.
He's a goofy.
Cut your ticket.
Yeah, he's a goofy for even not.
Because she should have made sure she had what she had.
She probably did have money.
All right, then at that point, what
she
difference
probably
is
did, but he still.
So what difference is it?
That still make him a weak ass nigga.
How?
I just told you. That's weak as fuck. That's like me going out to eat with Mike. This is my homie. This is my dog, my road dog. That's like me going out to eat, not establishing who paying for what. Me expecting him to pay for my meal, and then he don't pay for my meal too. But he asked me, "Hey, bro, let's go here," and I expect this nigga to pay for my meal too. And I'm like, "Man, fuck you. I ain't even cool with you no more." Nigga, that shit weak as hell. I'm gonna expect this nigga to pay for my meal.
First of all, y'all not fucking.
Male or female, regardless of what type of relationship,
she went out there to play games. She went out there for a free trip because he said it. He was like, I done took her here, there, and I done paid for this, that, and that. So she went out there for a free trip and a good time. Like I said, I'm not going out of town with no nigga. How would I? Like, if I can't trust you with my pussy, why would I go out of town with you?
And you feel uncomfortable walking around. I mean, even people that have the conversation.
I agree with that part. That still don't make it. That still don't make it.
Well,
That still don't not make him a weak ass nigga.
Well, shit.
I agree with everything you're saying. That still make him a weak ass nigga for not giving for basically saying, oh, if you can't fuck you, I don't give a fuck about you. That's weak as fuck.
No, it wasn't that.
We got
to cancel the plane ticket, not knowing her situation financially or not. That's weak as fuck. Make sure she get home and never talk to her again. Right, that's what I would have did. Even if I gave her a fucking bus ticket, you gonna catch the bus back home, bitch. You gonna take an 18-hour bus ride or wherever we was at. At least let me know when you got home and never don't call my phone.
She would have been a dumb, goofy bitch for going out of town with a nigga that she didn't know.
I said that they both was goofy. I said he was goofy for flying her out, not knowing if it was for sure he was gonna get some ass, and she a goofy for going and thinking that she was just gonna get a free trip.
Every reaction has a reaction.
Okay.
You never know what the reaction is gonna be.
Okay, take it down. Y'all getting a little too high.
Play the audio.
We're gonna play the audio so everybody can see what happened.
Yeah, let me hear everything. So I can listen. That's just like 5 minutes long, man.
Yeah, twice the LA 500.
And on top of that, like, how did he know she wasn't planning on doing that? Like, you know that eventually she wasn't planning on fucking. She might have wanted to stay for a couple of days. Get a nigga ass before I leave. Why she gotta give him an ass on the name?
The expectations were not. The thing is this. Obviously, it was clear that, again, we just seeing one moment between them. We don't know what their conversations was prior. Everybody got an opinion about something. So obviously the issue is her expectations was different from him. It don't got nothing to do with right or wrong. Now you might think his actions ain't necessarily favorable in a moral matter, but at the end of the day, this is how he felt, this is how she felt. But from what y'all told me prior, come on now, you done flew to where he's at, and then you walking around naked. Again, like you said, maybe her intentions
which gives a sign that what? Which gives a sign that what? She might fuck, right?
Well, she's definitely comfortable, for one.
Correct.
You're definitely comfortable.
Right.
So
how do you know that he wasn't gonna get the cheeks? He don't know that.
But again,
he didn't get it when he wanted to get it, so that was some weak ass shit.
But then again,
I'm pretty sure the chick that was walking around my house, but that nigga, I ain't always smash on that day. I might have smashed later that night, the next day. I knew at that point, damn, she that comfortable walking around me, I know I could fuck.
Yeah.
So he should have knew that, but he showed, I can't get the cheeks at that moment. So
I mean, it's certain stuff that's. I mean, obviously, none of us was there. None of us was in the car. None of us spent the days or nothing with them, so we don't know what transpired.
Right.
But at the end of the day, he has a right. You know what I'm saying, to feel the way how he feels. Just everybody got the right to feel the way how they feel.
Feeling how you feel at all.
Right.
I would have been pissed off too, but I just would have made sure that she got home safe. That's
Now
it.
that part I
That's
agree
all.
with. If you went and paid
That's
for her
all.
to get down there, you know, just from a perspective, just it don't got nothing to do with you being a
I'm just
man or
different.
not.
I'm just
Yeah,
different.
it's just the simple fact that you did have her come down. So why wouldn't you? And then it's almost like you're just being petty at this point.
I was
You know what I'm saying?
I was a
But then
nigga getting
again-
out of basketball practice in high school, get out of practice at 9 o'clock, ain't no motherfucking street lights. I'm on Linwood standing at the bus stop with a girl I don't even know because she black and out there by herself. That type of nigga I am.
Yeah, but
So I would have
again,
made sure she got on.
but then again,
Call me when you get to the crib.
that's why you are who you are,
Mhm.
and that's why he is who he is. It don't make him wrong or right. It don't make her wrong or right. You're just talking about two individuals that had different expectations of each other or of the situation, and things pan out the way I panned it out. That's all it is to it. So now she better learn her lesson. Then when you get flew out for the weekend, baby doll, you better have some money on you, or make sure you ready to fuck.
She said she
She's
was
a
asking
friend.
about she probably did. She didn't
So
sound
I'm
like she was
playing.
too worried.
She right. She ain't obligated.
She ain't
I mean,
too
ain't
worried.
nobody obligated to do anything. You know.
Agreed. What you feel, Tay? I agree with everything y'all said.
Yeah,
But I mean, we don't know for sure.
I agree with everything y'all
but
say.
But the part about the cancellation.
I'm gonna ask him and then talk over.
No, I was saying I agree. I was saying I agree with everything. He took a long time.
No, I do. I agree with everything. I see his frustration. And that ain't never happened to me before, but I see his frustration.
She's out.
No, I'm saying I flew some chicks out before.
Oh, but they knew
But he
it
did
was
the
up.
takes.
Huh?
They knew it was up.
I mean, of course. Come on now.
Exactly.
But I'm just saying though, I could understand from his standpoint, like how you can feel like that's like a girl, like she played you. You get what I'm saying? Because it's you know what time it is.
She probably get flued out all the time.
Exactly.
She probably do that. She probably do that all the time. She probably does that all the time and get away with it all the time.
But-
You got two women right here. Like at the end of the day, even when you local, when you decide, when you plan it.
Go to the room. Come to the room.
Exactly, like you
I agree
already
with
know,
all
or
that.
you at
I
least
said
got an
that.
idea, even if you don't want to do it. You are at least, as a woman, I don't care who you are, women that are sexually active or get not, it don't matter if you have been in company, regardless of what your sexual orientation is. If you know this other person has a liking to you, and when you're talking about spending a night with someone, and you're going to be in the same room, the same bed, it comes to your mind like, dang, that person might want to go a little further. I don't care who you are. I don't care what she
I would have
thought
been pissed off
was.
too. I would have been pissed off. For sure.
Okay.
Well, she just would have made sure she got
That's
home.
what a major.
Yeah, no, I agree with that part too.
Yeah, that's why I said I agree with you.
I agree with it,
I
but
just
I
told
don't
you
think
I
he
was the
was
nigga that stood
wrong.
out there.
I agree with it, but
I didn't say
wrong.
I didn't say he was wrong. I said he a weak ass nigga. That's
I don't
I didn't say he was
think
wrong. He a
he
weak
was
ass
a
nigga for that. That's weak as hell. That show he don't give a fuck about shit but pussy. So what you fly me out here for? You don't give a fuck about nothing
I
but pussy.
mean, we don't know what.
I'm not fun.
We don't know what type of disrespect, because y'all black women get to doing all of this. You
That's true too.
broke
Yeah,
ass,
that's true.
weak ass nigga,
But-
and
but-
all
but-
that.
But again, though, I'm still not using that to be like, oh, I ain't gonna make sure you get to the crib, though. Like,
Shit, what Dirk say?
I told you what I would do. I said I just wouldn't talk to her no more. Like, as soon as you let me get to the crib, then she didn't let me know shit. I mean, ain't nothing I can do about that. And then I would have just never
And
talked
then
to
his
her again.
personality, like, I mean, it's some men that ain't used to being
Especially if
someone
I was
else.
established.
You know what I'm saying? It's some men that it hurt their ego, or he probably never been told no before.
Probably,
Especially
yeah.
after spending
You know
all
what I'm
that
saying?
cheese.
Well, how much that nigga spend? He probably got a free flight. If he flying bitches out, he probably got a free flight.
Hell no.
Bro, the niggas that I know that fly hoes out, specifically the person that you know what I'm talking about, that nigga probably get free flights everywhere because he flies everywhere. And he flying nothing but Delta, he said it. And anytime he flying chicks out, that nigga not paying no G. He probably pay something sometime. Most time nigga probably get free
But that was
flights.
y'all didn't know it was the same
Stop out,
situation. It was the same situation where you remember Future.
I'm good, love.
Yeah, no, it was a girl had posted this was like on Shade Woman and all that. She posted like the text between her and
That's when he
Future.
said, I'm good, love.
Yeah, when he said I'm good, love. He flew her out.
Same shit.
Kind of same shit. He flew her out and he texted her. He sent her to the hotel or whatever. He texted her and say, "Get naked," or what he said, "Be naked, get naked when I come through there."
Mm-hmm.
And she said, what she said? She said something like, "Nah, like you ain't gonna take me out. We ain't gonna hang out. I ain't, you know, like she was pretty much saying no." And he was like, "Oh, okay." What he said? He said something like, "Well, go
good,
get."
love.
Well, I'm good, love.
He said something.
Like She was like, "You ain't gonna give me no." He was like,
I think he sent her back home.
"Yeah." He said the way. I think he didn't pay for a ticket to go back home.
Oh, okay.
You get what I'm saying?
Oh, she I don't think he flew her.
Yeah, no,
I think
she flew herself. She flew herself
That's
out,
what it was.
but he was
That's
supposed to
different.
pay for it.
That's different.
But he was supposed to pay for it.
You're supposed to give her
That's
a
what it was.
Yeah, he didn't.
That's
He was
what
like,
it
"No,
was.
I'm good, love." He said, "That's what I'm good, love."
Enjoy.
Thing came from. Yeah, enjoy. Yeah.
Future's crazy. All the time, I did not know that came from Future. I never knew that came from Future.
What? I'm good, love, enjoy.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, that came from Future. Y'all, that one came from Future. Y'all, yeah, because he showed the text. He said he sounds good, love.
That's
She-
fun.
That's different,
Yeah.
nigga. She
Yeah.
said, I'm taking this risk. I'm gonna pay my own money. Fuck
Yeah.
yeah. He gonna get my cheese back.
Well, no, he was going. He was,
for not honoring his word. Though.
but he was gonna give
I
her.
don't think he said that he was gonna reimburse. I think she just expected.
No. He was gonna give her the money back, but because they wasn't fucking, then that's why he was just like, "Nah, I'm good. Enjoy." You know what I'm saying?
And that's kind of the thing too that women need to understand about men. I don't want to say high value men because everybody's definition is different of that. But men with money, no, men with money, men with a lot of money. Most of the time they want to fuck, like, and that's just that, and they want to fuck.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. When it
And
comes
they
to
have that access.
when it comes to Future, bro, like, yeah, that's why I said that's different. This nigga got 9 kids. Everybody know he a player. No, I'm saying like everybody know he a player. No, when it comes to the female, hell yeah. If you flying out to see
This is
Future.
why this man got 9 kids.
No. I'm saying she already should know what it is. Especially, I'm saying like in the girl situation we talking about, maybe we don't know all the variables.
Who's to say she did not know what it was?
No, I'm not saying she did.
She wanted to go out.
No, I'm not saying that. But I'm saying people already know what it is for the most part. Like Future got like 9 kids, like 6 baby mamas. He cheated on everybody he been with. Like you should already know what time it is with him. You know what I'm
9
saying?
times out of 10, as a female, if this ain't your, well, some people a little freaky and nasty and creepy. But unless it's your daddy or your uncle or your brother or somebody like that, if you be up on hate, you know. But if you get full out, you know what I'm saying? It's like
Tag. Good on both of them.
Yeah.
Both of them still going.
it's like
Okay.
my whole thing is this. Bottom line, again, Unless you in
No, I agree with everything you said because I'm one of those people too that everybody's different. That everybody's different.
Mike.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, you should agree. I mean, not agree. You should understand, or 9 times out of 10, most women, because I ain't gonna say all, but in essence, is generally understood what you gotta do, or what the possibility could be. You know, and that's why she kept saying, I'm not obligated. Okay, but now, again, we don't know what transpired. Again, maybe it was something she didn't like. Maybe he smelled funny. Maybe his breath stank. Maybe his crib stank. Maybe something happened. We don't know the full story.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Maybe something turned her off. And then again, like she said too, maybe this is what she do. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, she probably, I hope she learned a valuable lesson. He learned a valuable lesson too. Everybody who's flew out for the weekend ain't gonna drop the draws.
Maybe a little me.
Whatever the situation.
No, that wasn't no little me argument.
Yeah, because she would have said it too, like, you
Right,
little
she would've
bitches.
said
Oh,
it.
women.
She would have said
They would have
that.
said,
Like, her being obligated to fuck wouldn't even have been her response. Like, she probably hit the nigga like, what I'm gonna do with that? I wanted to, but where was it? Like, she would have said some wild, you know how black women get.
Oh my god.
Bro, she would have said the worst shit that hurt his feelings to send him home crying. For a fact.
But we know that probably was scripted shit.
It's
people do
they-
anything
they-
for clout.
The McDonald's shit was fake.
yeah, a lot of that shit be
The
scripted.
McDonald's shit, the kids bring the daddy bring the kid McDonald's, that shit was fake.
I figured that when I first heard about it. I never saw the video.
Yeah, a lot of that stuff be
That
fake
shit was
though.
fake.
Do
The whole
we,
time
shit,
it
we
was
need to
fake.
figure out what we gonna do.
The whole time that shit was fake.
Need one.
But how long we been going?
Yeah, probably at 45.
46, man.
46.
Yeah,
Yeah, we still got some time. Damn, so expectations flying out. You should know you probably
She
got
sound like me with everything, though. I always say that. We don't know all the variables. I always say that. I say that to somebody.
What the variables that we do know?
Yeah, with the variables we do know.
She should have been giving us drawers, yay or nay?
I would've.
Yeah.
I mean, shit, I flew out there. I wouldn't have flew out there.
I told you what I think. I agree both of them. It ain't no right or wrong. That wasn't her. That wasn't her expectation. We don't know. But at the end of the day,
He said with the variables we know. So do you think she
with
should
the variables we know,
should she have been fucking? I see it.
not necessarily.
Hey, look, you want the walking around naked was enough for me.
Okay, since she had been doing that and she wasn't fucking?
Hell no.
Like,
He's a man. Shit. Fuck you mean? Shit.
I mean, we can go
Show
both
me
ways
the
with
titties,
this.
the
Some people
ass,
would
the
say,
box. Like, come on.
why? Because some people would look at that as if, so what?
She's
That
a
just
nudist.
because she's doing what she does
She's just
doesn't
a
give you
nudist.
the right to expect anything from her. You know what I'm saying? But in essence, let's
Ain't
just
about
be
tea,
logical
man.
here.
I would have
Exactly.
been heated like he was.
To
for sure.
me, you know, I mean, that's the reality of it. Like, you know what I'm saying?
But I also would have gave it a little bit more time for sure.
Yeah.
But I don't.
how long we
No, I'm saying I would have gave it a little bit more time. But it sounded like it
That
sounded like it had been multiple days if they had already did other stuff.
None of this was in the video, and to me, overall, it just shows what type of person he is. His character, he's a narcissist.
Yeah.
I would have waited until the day she
At the end of the
home.
day, at the end of the day, you weak for even recording that. You know what I'm saying? Like, this just shows your insecurity and your lack of confidence and lack thereof, because you can't even genuinely get someone.
I feel
You
like
can't even get the pussy.
I feel like he
to bring
embarrasses
somebody
himself.
down.
If you had the titties walking around,
at
you
the end
can
of the day,
smash.
if we want to talk about what's right and wrong, you both even posting that shit from the beginning with. You know what I'm saying? That just shows your lack of
Yeah.
confidence.
The
and
fact
lack
that he was
thereof.
taking her to the airport let you know that the trip got cut early, right? So we know that for a fact. That means whatever they had planned.
you gotta take us to the airport regardless.
I know that, but that shows that it got cut early. So again, it still was a possibility if the trip wasn't over. Maybe she wasn't planning on giving it up right away. Maybe she was planning on just enjoying herself. And the last, lo and behold, niggas say the best thing for last.
But then that's an
Some dick
issue
and dip.
within itself, and it might be a whole another topic that we could talk about. But women need to. I don't know. Women know how to play games. We know how to play mind games.
Thank you. I said that at the beginning.
That's exactly what she was doing.
Exactly.
From a woman's point of view, that's exactly what she was doing. She was probably trying to. She probably got the exact reaction she wanted out of him. Like she probably wanted him to spend her home,
or to entice him, or
she might have already knew it was an ass nigga.
Or like you said, the trip wasn't necessarily over neither.
But
so maybe his, again, we don't know. You're being impatient. Maybe that is her.
So that's what
I
I'm
feel
saying.
like you said he was being impatient, but then why are you playing games like that? So you came out here and was like, I'm gonna fuck him on the night before I go home. I ain't gonna fuck him before.
You gotta think about it from a different
but
perspective.
from a fair,
you gotta think about it. She could have been getting naked to see if he was overly eager, and that might have turned her
But
off.
that's playing games, though.
It's not.
It is.
It's not because y'all test niggas like.
well, it's all about games when it comes to.
It's
It's all about games when you're trying to smash somebody. You get what I'm saying? Like it's all about games when you trying to smash somebody. You always gotta kind of play that mind game on people. But at the same time, to be fair though, just to be fair, like as a guy, we know the risk when we flying a woman out.
That's why I said.
You know what I'm saying? Like and again, like we can talk about smashing and we're gonna do this. And she come there, whatever, and she not feeling the situation, or she just not feeling me, or I ain't playing it right. You know what I'm saying? I ain't getting her to move. So at the same time, it's like I get his frustration, and I understand her, but just to be fair, because I'm a fair person. At the end of the day, as a man, we kind of know what we get into. We know that it's not guaranteed pussy. You know what I'm saying? It's a risk that we spending $600, just like when we take a girl out to a fancy ass restaurant, think that we gonna fuck.
It costs $100 to go to the.
You know what I'm saying? Like just to be real with you, like we taking a risk when we spend money. We taking a risk when we do this. So it's not none of this stuff is guaranteed.
You know damn well we go to the Riviera right now. We pay for the regular fucking price. We get snacks, food, drinks, and then we go back for refill. That shit gonna be like $100. No, that shit gonna be like $100. Nigga, I'll pay way more than that when my kids go with me.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Wait, what you talking about? Right?
He was saying a few $100. I was saying shit. It costs $100 just to go to the movie.
That's what I'm saying. So I mean, we know the risk. You know what I'm saying? So
to get snacks.
just to be fair, it's a risk that shit. If you might have a bad chick, you know, you gotta. That's the thing about it. Like a lot of these guys expect like when you just because you flying her out, you gotta wheel her in too. You know what I'm saying? You can't just fly her out and take her to the crib. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta wheel her in. You gotta take her around, show her the city, give her some flowers or some shit, take her to a. You know what I'm saying? Like
we don't know that none of this stuff happened.
We don't. But at the same time, again.
All of this and I spent all this money. They was doing stuff.
He really put more emphasis on the FaceTime for a month than anything.
But see that's the thing again. Like this my point of view.
Yeah, cool.
Shit, we talking every day though. FaceTiming every night, going to sleep on the phone for 30 straight days.
One thing, shit.
For 30 straight days, how many times? Who do you talk to 30 every day? That's a lot.
That's a lot to talk, but that don't guarantee you.
That don't guarantee
nothing. Nothing guarantees you to fuck up.
Exactly. Because at the end of the day, you can't. You gonna force her.
You can be meathead on lips, and she'll change her mind.
That's cool.
There's no guarantee ever.
But what do you think you would be in a better position if you was fucking with a chick? If you was doing what he said they was doing for 3 to 6 months or 1 month, you're gonna be probably closer or better or in the door more.
I still feel like
6 months.
That's why she can change her mind.
Nobody for no 3 months.
No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about like they ain't talking every day. He being exaggerating.
No, that's not talking.
No, I'm talking about.
And she didn't disagree.
I'm talking about I ain't talking about talking every day. I'm just talking about putting your time in as far as like you text here, you FaceTime here, you text here, you FaceTime here. Again, yeah, but that's way more time put in 1 month though. You know somebody. Can you get to know somebody better in 3 to 6 months or a month? Over just phone calls. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. To me, that's not a long time. to expect just, oh yeah, I'm gonna fuck when she come. Unless that was established.
He probably hit chicks in less time than 30 days, bro.
He probably didn't think he was.
Bro, you still misconstruing what I'm saying. I'm not saying
that's
that.
all he was trying to do, though.
Well, that's not what I'm saying. I'm talking about to expect that just because y'all been kicking it for a month is ridiculous. That's what I'm saying.
Have you ever been a chick and expected her to hit the first day?
No.
Never.
No.
Have you ever hit the first day?
Yes, but I wasn't just like, yeah, I'm expecting to fuck. No, I had intentions on trying to fuck, but I didn't expect to fuck. Because it's always a possibility that I might not get the shit.
But in your mind, the whole time, you never told yourself like, shit, I'm about to hit this motherfucker.
Yeah, of course, but that's intent. That's intent. I'm not, I still, at the end of the day, expect to possibly be turned down. You expected to get pussy, you should be expected to be turned down as well. Because, again, nobody's obligated.
Hey, Chris.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, Chris, do me a favor.
What?
Can you share that story, if possible? You can share the story how you was cooking for somebody and they was just like, you remember you said you went over her house and this was a long time ago though. Mm-hmm. You said as you went over her house, this when you were single. You went up, you said 4 years ago, 3 years. You went over her house. Can we share it now? Because I want to. No, you said something about you was cooking and you was cooking for her. You came over there and you started cooking for her and stuff like that. Like, can you share that story?
You probably talking about my ex.
No, she wasn't your ex. She was a girl. You said you had, this was like, you had got her number and stuff like that. She told you. And she,
I'm trying to think for real.
But he said he would.
I didn't know a lot of women.
Can I, is it cool about it? So he was pretty much saying like, it was this just hot ass chick that he had got her number, whatever. You said I think you known her for so long or something. You finally came around her or whatever, got her number, and I think you went to her house and you said you was cooking for her, and you was just like you was going all in to try to get the pussy, and she told you like, nah, I'm not interested or something like that. Like I'm not interested. You remember you told me?
Oh
that?
Yeah, I remember that.
Share that story. Share that story.
Shit, you just really narrowed it down for real. Shit, nigga kept trying.
How did that make you feel?
I wasn't really that mad. I was mad, and not like that nigga was mad.
Wait. But y'all was in the same. Did you continue to talk to her after?
I don't remember.
I bet you don't.
I think I might have texted like some months or some years later, yeah. But
same difference, except for this nigga that spent all this money, you basically did her the same way. Y'all was just
no, but again, I don't know, bro. Like I've never been that mad over not fucking. I'm sorry.
Hey,
I ain't never had that shit.
That could have been like a 3 for him though.
Yeah, my whole
could have been him at a 3.
Bro, he was recording it, bro.
That
nigga was mad. That nigga was mad. You could be petty and not post it on Facebook, my nigga, or whatever it was posted.
It's 2022. Everybody looking for
Nah, hell no.
I
I ain't never been that mad at no pussy, bro.
But in
if I ain't fuck, nigga, I just left disappointed.
That's in essence, your
fuck.
actions was different, but you pretty much did her the exact same way. You didn't want to mess with her no more. You didn't want to deal with her.
I ain't tripping off him now.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah,
that's fine.
That's fine. Yeah.
I said that. I said it.
I mean, I wouldn't mess with her no more. You know, I wouldn't call her no more.
Yeah.
I mean, but me just being me, like
especially
again, it's
she
not
was like already naked in the bed walking around.
That's
like,
his fault.
Like shit, you been over here 3 days. You still ain't busted up. Oh yeah. I'm gonna see you. I see you later.
At the end of the day, you clearly see.
Ready to go home.
Right. At the end of the day, you clearly see. It goes back to what his intent is. It goes back to what. I ain't even gonna just put it on men. I just say a manipulative person or a person that has an intent to get what they want. You know, that's clear that your intent was never to really get to know this woman or be a part of her life. If that's all it took for you to take her ass back to the airport. That's all I'm saying.
I had situations in high school, nigga, where I caught the bus to the bitch's crib.
She still ain't getting up.
And you open the door.
She thought he was coming?
Yeah. And then hit him with the, I fell asleep.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, cool. You
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, for sure.
That's probably why how I am. I'm not. If I get disappointed, shit is what it is. Plenty is, bro. It's Plenty of pussy walking around.
It's a numbers game.
Plenty. Women outnumber men in this country, probably all over the world. So whatever. You don't want to give pussy, fuck it.
It's what you
Whatever.
remember, yeah.
That's cool. Just won't talk to you no more. Especially if okay, now if it was a situation where like there was never any sexual energy and we wouldn't talk about it, I'm not gonna be mad. I'm not gonna be upset. I'm not gonna be disappointed. But if the energy was there, we had conversations. We was having phone sex. We was talking about how we was gonna do, how she was gonna do this, how she was gonna do that. I'm gonna be highly disappointed. Like, what the fuck? But I'm not gonna be like angry and filming her. Man, fuck all that. That was weak.
He said he was trying to warn.
Man, stop making excuses for this man. He's a weak ass nigga.
He's trying to warn
you as my man, if you do that, you a weak ass nigga.
I told you I'm not a nigga that's taking that risk.
But you're not gonna. You definitely wouldn't have filmed her though, and all that, even if you did. You're not about to do that. You just would have hit me up like, man, you know what this bitch just did, bro.
I'd have called somebody else.
You definitely probably would have did not pay the plane home though.
Yeah, important. Like,
That's not how I'm here.
Everybody want to put shit on social media.
that's why I said that shit. He should have just did it for the cloud. Like he knew that was gonna blow.
And then it was crazy because it's like that don't even make
people
her,
is looking
that don't even
crazy.
make her look bad. That make him look bad.
that
like,
do make
you
him
flew
look
around
bad.
and you ain't leaving no box. You know what I'm saying?
You flew out to LA at
Make
that.
her look bad.
Trying to let all
You know how many more niggas was probably in her DM like, let me fly you out too.
Now they not.
They probably are. Just to be safe.
They probably are,
Just to be
yeah.
attractive. Nah, you not. Or they may just be trying to show her that they not a ham nigga too, and then maybe they might get it.
Cause I mean, let's just be clear. If she naked in your room,
Yeah,
I mean in your bed, like you weak as hell for that. If you can smash. No, and I'm just saying, like, nah, not rape her, but I'm just saying, like,
If she saying naked or not, like what is she?
No, he was saying that.
Me and Tatus got the sauce like that.
She was playing it.
Yeah, he was saying in general, like, what are you doing that you got a whole naked woman in the room with you and you can't even smash?
I mean, I think it's more so not. I personally, this is my opinion. I personally don't think she was playing games. I just think that the nigga just didn't have no game.
Thank you. I'm gonna tell
That,
you.
like I said, something else behind.
I'm gonna tell you another situation.
But she was on
I'm gonna tell you another
she went
situation.
out there that he ain't had no.
Look, I'm gonna tell you another situation.
That's true.
I had a chick. I had one of my friends. I got on one of her homegirls. We get cool. We ain't do nothing. We just kicking. She come through kicking. So she starts to get comfortable. So now she laying around my crib in brown panties. Then I started coming home from work. We just got real cool. Like real cool. We ain't do nothing. Like I mind you, we still ain't did nothing. It's been probably like three weeks. We just got cool. She coming over my house every day. We done got cool. She starts walking around my crib, but that's naked. I'm such a motherfucking smooth player. I like to let it every night. Walk around my shit naked. Go ahead, do what you want to do. I ain't gonna pressure you because I know it's gonna come to me. I ain't pressing you because you comfortable enough to walk around my shit naked at this point. I know eventually you're gonna want to do something.
And that goes back to what I said before.
And I ain't pressing. And you know what she told me?
Shows his confidence,
You know,
lack thereof, who he is as a person, his character, everything. For you to be recording all because someone didn't want to have sex with you, you whack as fuck. I don't care who he is.
And you know what?
You are.
And you know what she told me? She said, I'm surprised when I was walking around the crib that you ain't try to attack me. Like, just like not
She was
literally.
expecting
Not literally. She was like, I'm not gonna lie, that shit turned me on and made me want to fuck you even more, that she wasn't all extra aggressive and shit. And, oh my God, you're naked. You wasn't like acting all extra, like you was overly eager to fuck. That made me want to fuck you even more.
Okay, like I hear that.
You know what I'm saying?
What I heard when you just said that was she was gonna fuck you either way. If you was eager for it,
That's
or
cool, but
not.
pussy might have been even wetter because she was more turned on by
Oh my
me
God.
chilling and not being overly eager.
I guess.
That's just how I do.
We spent a long
Yeah,
time
that's
on this topic. We got some more audio for y'all. We play it right now. This is from Steve Harvey. Shout out to Mr. Harvey. We're gonna start that over.
Jay, go first.
That was funny. Cameron ran there.
Go first.
I mean, I think men and women can be friends. I'm a female, so for y'all to say that, like, y'all have female friends to secretly wait to have sex with them, that's something like y'all got to deal with.
So what he said, let's clarify what he said. He said that for you to say that the man is your friend, y'all are only friends. That's it. But not no dude is coming up to you, popping at you, trying to just be your friend. Like, that's not the intentions. Like, a dude don't see a cold chick and be like, shit, I want to be her friend. Like, fuck, what? That's the thought of no man. Like, damn, she is gorgeous. I just want to be her friend.
I think friendships are
But now you're talking about intent.
Friendships
which
are
two
built.
totally different things.
Friendships are built naturally.
Because he said that it cannot exist, but it can.
No. He didn't say it can't exist.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he did. He said it doesn't exist.
He said that they only friends.
Right.
But he said he hanging out with you because he trying to be around you because of those reasons.
And you feel like that's not the case? That's not the case, or you feel like it is?
Yeah, with a lot of guys, yeah.
Well, intent doesn't have anything to do, and see, that's the thing. That's intent. But the reality of it is, the relation that exists, platonic means no sexual relation.
Yep.
So in essence, the friendship doesn't
no
exist.
friendship.
Just because your intent is otherwise, the fact is the relation does exist. You're friends.
That's different.
I mean, that's just the reality. And that's what, and it goes back to a lot of the things that we've been discussing, and when issues do arise with people, is because people come into situations with false expectations. So when you talking of intent, that's two totally different things. Because in essence, if you want to get down to the gritty of it, we're friends.
Right.
It's platonic. It can exist.
Yeah.
I see friendships being.
But he said, didn't he say? What
All he basically said was, ain't no man hanging around a fly woman
A fine chick, yeah.
to just be your friend. Mm-hmm. And whatever, and again, that's still intent. Mm-hmm. That has nothing to do with actually existing. Mm-hmm. Right. The friendship, whatever what you're hanging around or doing, when you're dealing with this person, the friendship is there. And if you never had any sexual contact, whatever your intent is,
that means nothing.
Is there. And then what is your definition of fly? Because you might be thinking this girl is fly, but to somebody else, you're alright. So, I mean, the point of a platonic, if you have a coworker and you go beyond just business, when you can open up or talk about things, or you share your life experience, advice, whatever, that is a platonic relationship.
Right. That's what, yeah, I agree with you saying.
How many female friends you got that you hang out with on a regular basis that you ain't never did nothing with? You hang out with them not like every 2 or 3 years, like y'all link up and do shit together regularly. Female friends, just you and them.
I had a lot.
Like 2 or 3.
I probably had like 4.
And you never done anything.
Never done anything.
2 or 3.
Are you attracted to them?
No.
Do you think they attractive?
If he's not attracted to him, how do you think they attracted? You're not attracted to him physically at all.
What I'm saying is, like, do we think that she's attractive herself?
You say she's not
He is attracted to and thinking they're attracted to 2 different things.
But you have female friends that you don't think is not attractive.
No, I got female friends that are attractive. I would say that are attractive, but I don't have attraction to.
That's 2 different things.
You know what I'm saying? If that makes sense.
And that's even more why it can exist.
Yeah.
But even when you talk about, again, and that's so vague because it is so general because if that's the case, even when you attract to somebody, people have different agendas for relationships with people. Be it it's to you, we all gonna get used. It's just please don't abuse. Okay? So it's like at the end of the day, thank you. Everybody's relation is an intent behind it. Whatever it can be, we all use each other. You know, it's just all about what's abusive and what's not. So when you talk about that in general in terms, it's so vague because sometimes you have situations that a man's intent is to get at you like that. But then once they start kicking it with you and feel you, they be like, hey, like, and regardless if it's on a negative or a positive vibe, they could just be like, well, you know what, now I got to know you. And even just their morals or their character or their integrity about people, they know they ain't shit. So once they got to know you, they like, well, damn, I ain't gonna do you like that. Like, I did want to, but you know, you just too sweet of a person. Like, I just got to know you now, you know, you just cool as hell. Like, you know what? Or I get some money with you, or we can do this, we can do that.
I got
and at the end of the thank you, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter if you're a male or a female, we're humans. Be a nice human. At the end of the day, people intent be messed up. So, yes, Steve Harvey, with your mustache, you think you know everything, you think you got the answer to everything, and you don't. It does exist, and it can exist.
You just described something completely.
But let's try to understand what he was actually saying. So, I think what he was really saying was that can you have
can somebody be in a relationship?
Can somebody be in a relationship and have a platonic friend that you talk to every day?
Well,
like a best friend. Let's put that out there. You know how
that's not what we were talking about at first, but now with you going deeper and saying exactly what the topic was.
I mean, that's what he was saying. That's what.
But she said was that you can have guy friends.
But we.
All right, so listen. There's a caption that goes along with the video. It says, "So this kind of happened to me. His friends pretended to be my friends in hopes of him getting my cookie, which never happened. And Loki told me every time my ex cheated and still didn't get no porn. So that's to say, yikes. Every time Tay cheat, not that Tay cheat,
yeah,
but
I was straight, like
he knows of this. Oh, damn, that's totally different.
So it says, so this kind of happened to me. His friend pretended to be my friend in hopes to get my cookie, which never happened. And Loki told me every time that my ex cheated on me.
That's different.
That's different.
That's totally different, and that's that man's intent. Again, it goes back to what I was saying. That man's intent.
That's a different situation than what Steve.
Well, at the end of the day, she's naive to even think that if this person is just the logistics to it, you're not just telling me because you're a good person. Anybody that's bringing a bone to you, period, or got something to tell you, it's a hidden agenda behind it regardless. So your loyalty don't even lie to me. That's your friend. So you coming back telling me, you should already know the nigga want to hit.
Yeah, because his loyalty on my word.
Right, that's a whole other combo. You know what I'm saying? But in general, that's just logically, okay, when we throw it out there, like we in a relationship together. That man had a life way before I knew him. Just like I had a life way before he knew me. At the end of the day, you gotta be on the same page with a person at a time. Because as you grow, you get older, life experiences, you grow. You may grow into a different person, whatever the case may be. But we got an established trust that if this is what you're telling me, that I'm not about to be investigating. I'm gonna take it for what it is, because you know what? The truth won't always come to the light. Because that's just how life is made up. So it's like you gotta come in with people, you gotta come in that relationship established and being on that page that, you know, because if I thought anything different, then I'm a fool. Because when I'm gonna be with them for it again. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, that's just my opinion.
Yeah, going back to that, like I said, you kept saying the intent. Like that's how I got cool with a couple of females. Cool with shit. They tried to pop at me when we was out with each other. And she like, damn, whoop, hopped on, gotta change numbers. We hung out a couple times. The energy wasn't on that type of. The energy wasn't on a relationship. This is not gonna be my. This was on like, damn, she cool as a motherfucker. Same thing we're in. Never did nothing sexual. We just been cool ever since. And I got a couple friends like that.
Thank you. It can exist. Now, when you talking about a whole scenario, like that's a whole situation when you talking about the caption. But based off of what he was saying, no, and especially, I would imagine if you out hanging out or you just, you both strangers, you meet a person, of course, maybe initially his intent was to get on. But then once you start getting to know a person, why can't that exist? And then when people talk about, like what you just said, if you in a relationship, is it realistic for that person or your mate to talk to another person and it just strictly be platonic? Now then that goes back into breaking down what type of relationship you have with that person. Where's the trust value at? That just depends to me.
I swear to God.
And respect. Cause just out of respect, yeah, he definitely got females that's friends. You know what I'm saying? But out of respect.
Casamigos and wine?
Mm-hmm. But out of respect, he not just about to be kicking it up on the phone with the girl all the time. The girl coming over here and all this other stuff. That's common sense. That's just out of respect, and it's just to not even allow. Because at the end of the day, he's a man and he's visual, y'all men, and he's a human being. You know what I'm saying? So if he got any type of self-control, he ain't even gonna allow for that to even happen because that door of opportunity is there. And he ain't naive and neither am I. But that's where that respect gotta come in at. You know what I'm saying? So I don't care that he got female friends, you know what I'm saying? I don't. And his female friends that I do know, they are not ugly whatsoever. They are attractive. You know what I'm saying? But that's where my trust gotta come in with him. Because that's my dude at the end of the day. That's my best friend.
It ain't for you to trust them, it's for you to trust him.
Exactly, and that's my best friend. Like that's my boy. You know what I'm saying? That's my friend first. Before the intimacy and all that stuff come into play.
Too strong.
Well, no, it's cool.
Just right. Like it was the first time.
It's a little strong.
It's like handy dandy.
Alright, exactly.
I ain't no bartender.
I can kind of agree to that point though. He said, what you say? He said, girl just walking up to female like, yeah, I want to make that my friend. Like that ain't it, but like she did. I can agree with that for sure. Especially not niggas our age.
Yeah, our age, when you was in high school, maybe early high school, when you got to 17, 18, and you seen the new chick that was looking good, you wasn't on shit.
I was befriending her to get somewhere for sure. but we talking about females in a relationship. We ain't talking about single.
Shit.
Because technically you do gotta get to know somebody. Most people don't just jump in and be like, we about to fuck. Like it happens like that sometimes, but most of the time you do be cool with somebody and y'all keep getting to know each other. At that point y'all friends. Then it happens. You know what I'm saying? But I got a couple situations like exactly what she said. I got another friend that's the same thing. She even tried to kiss me one time. I was like, yo, we have been cool for so long, and the energy was never there on that. It was never on that type of time. So I was like,
she was on that type of time?
I hold her, like, huh?
She was on that type of time?
No, I'm talking about not before that, though. We had never had an instance where she tried. I never felt nothing. And she said but this particular time, she was in a vulnerable situation. Like how he said, chink in the armor. She was vulnerable with somebody that her ex had beat her ass. She was pregnant. He put his hand on her. She lost the baby. And I was just being there, being a friend, being supportive. And she just tried to kiss me. I was like, whoa. And she cold. Like, she cold. I was like, yo, what you doing? And she was like, I'm sorry. And we've been like, I don't even gonna lie. Like, we don't even talk like that no more. Because I just feel like that was like awkward. And I'm not gonna lie, she was very attractive.
That goes for men or females. Whenever you vulnerable, now your guard down.
Not gonna lie, I never in my life thought I would chick that tried to kiss me. I was like, I never thought I'd do that. Like, it was like crazy. I'm like, whoa.
A lot of times vulnerability don't give you the best judgment.
Nice teeth, nice ass, everything. No stomach, all that. And I was like, damn, you know what? I shit kissed her. And I would have been doing it for the wrong reasons though. You know what I'm saying?
So you just wasn't interested in her like that.
Bro, it's the same situation. Like from the jump, like she tried to get on, and that's what it's supposed to be. But
oh, she had tried to pop at you.
It's the same thing.
Chase was never there. That's all that was.
What you mean?
Because she came at you.
What that mean?
Had you been going after her in that situation, having you to
No,
kiss her?
I'm saying that was the intention on both ends. I like what I saw. She liked what she saw. But when
she made the first move.
It was probably because she was pregnant and
no. This was like years later. I'm talking about like during the course of us being cool like this. She had
you made it seem like it was all happening at the time.
What you mean?
That she was pregnant and beat on when y'all.
No, not when we met. Not when we met. No, she ain't had no boyfriend and none of that.
So then you were never interested in her then. You said it was a couple of years. You ain't been out with her in 2 years.
You ain't hear what I said? I said the energy, even when we hung out, it never felt like something that it never manifested. The energy, that type of energy never manifested itself.
She always said
the same thing as what I said with the other chick I just told you. It's 2 chicks that happened with.
Oh wait, is these 2 different chicks?
2 different chicks. 2 different chicks.
Okay, so
it was like this. She saw me, I saw her, she approached me. I was like, I already like what I saw. You know what I'm saying? So eventually I was probably gonna make a move anyway. She just made a move first. We hung out. It was cool. We hung out. And then it just seemed like she was just super cool. So I'm like, this could be an actual friendship. It don't gotta be what it was.
Oh, you're just saying like in general, your first initial
yeah, like I got cool with her people,
and
all of that. Like her dad and her mom cool as hell. She would cook for me, barbecue, we'd kick it, and her mom.
You were not attracted to her. I don't know what made you
I was attracted to her just because
physically you were.
When I first saw her,
yeah, but it was something in there that made you not attracted to her.
Or did she friend zone you?
Cause what?
I don't know who friend zone who. I just know that type of energy just never. You know how when you kick with somebody like, it's a certain type of energy that you feel is like, okay, yeah, eventually like this is gonna be a thing. Like I never got that vibe, and I don't think she did either.
Was she the only chick you was kicking with this time?
No.
That's probably why you had that energy.
No, it wasn't. Trust me, I wasn't looking to lock down and settle down with nobody. I was trying to fuck on everything that I saw and I liked. That wasn't the case. And I wasn't talking to that many chicks at that time because I was catching the bus. And I wouldn't like to be busting into 6, 7 hoes. Nah, it's over. I probably was talking to maybe one other person, maybe 2. And at the time, I wasn't getting no consistent action. So that's another reason why I was like, man, I wonder why it didn't go where we was intended for it to go. But I just felt like the energy.
So when you busting it, you only kept it to 3.
At that time in my life. At that time in my life, yeah. It's been times like way more than that. Y'all got anything else on that? Cole put it in the perspective. Man, he ain't got much to say.
Nah, I mean that's just my opinion.
No, I was talking about she put it in a different perspective for him. Like he didn't think about it.
I understand the perspective 100%. So based on the caption that went along with the post, do y'all feel like y'all mate friends or y'all friends?
You say your who?
Your mate's friends are your friends?
Nah, not for real. I don't.
No, not necessarily.
I feel like we cool, but they ain't friends. Like I'm not like.
But it said that she thought her nigga friend was her friend. He pretended to be my friend, is what she said.
I mean,
Is that realistic to feel like your mate's friends are really your friends?
I wouldn't call. That's just me. I wouldn't call like my baby mama, my girl. I wouldn't call her friends my friends. I'd be like, she cool peoples.
Would she call your friends her friends?
Oh, I'd let her know if that relationship is dead.
What do you mean?
I mean, they cool. No, I don't think they're friends though.
As long as
I mean, it is a heavy word. So when I say that, I just say
it's subjective. Like,
it's subjective,
it's subjective.
yeah. Or like even how like we'll hang. I mean, obviously I know y'all because of who I'm with. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, shoot, we all hung out, kicked it, talked about different things. I mean, it depends on where you go. But obviously,
I'm not gonna lie. I do feel like me and Cole friends.
Yeah.
Outside of that, like
when y'all met, they were just friends as well, though, right?
Mm-hmm.
exactly.
But the
So
same.
it's not like you met and they was already together. Y'all
Met when we weren't even thinking about each other.
Yeah,
so that's
agree.
all friends.
Y'all all met. It's
And it wasn't that much longer much time between like me meeting her after I met him. Yeah, that makes sense. But no, I ain't never.
Well, you know, because I've been knowing you since 2018.
It's been 19 now, right? 18. Oh yeah, because I was coming to the studio.
Yeah.
Did you mean far? But that's an actual friendship that developed. Because like you basically saying it wasn't until just recently y'all start actually hanging out or being around each other.
Yeah, true.
But you know, obviously.
I feel like friendships build naturally though.
Yeah.
I don't feel like you can just be like, let me go find a friend. Like, I don't think you can, but I feel like that's not natural. That's not genuine. That's you just trying to like force it, you know?
Yeah. It depends on the person. But like I said, clearly, in this case, this woman was getting information
that
from
wild.
his friend.
Could you imagine your homie doing you like that?
Man,
that's
shit wild, bro.
And we don't know the
That was never his homie.
Yeah, of course. That was
He was playing roles, just like he was playing roles both ways.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever your dude go after your girl and like go after your girl, like
what if he asked her permission?
What? You had a nigga ask permission?
Yo, girl.
I'm talking about after the
You
fact.
lying?
No, I'm talking about pertaining to the situation. She said her ex. So what if it's his ex? And
she was speaking in general, but she said every time he cheated. So this was why they were friends.
She said his ex though. She said
His ex
she
now.
said my ex.
It was his
Yeah,
ex
she
current.
gave
That's
us
what I'm
right.
saying.
She
They're in a
gave us
relationship.
Oh, okay. So I was thinking
She
that.
said he told her
Okay,
every time
so-
he cheated.
Question for y'all.
I misunderstood it.
Question for
But
y'all.
I'm still asking though, like, what if a nigga asks you after the fact?
So,
like, after the relationship is well over.
You got a girlfriend. I know you don't. You still single, but you got a girlfriend. You got a girlfriend, right? Mm-hmm. Obviously, I got a girlfriend.
Your wife friends?
What I'm trying to say is, would you? Okay, so like, my girl, she got best friends, or she got close friends that she talk to that are males.
Mm-hmm.
I got close friends that I talk to that are women. Would you allow your mate to continue those relationships with that person? What is the stipulations? Like, can they go and grab something to eat by themselves with their best friend? Can they hang out at their best friend's house?
In my case, I'm a fair person, like you said, so I would have to say yeah, because shit, my girl allowed me to hang with my best friend when it be her money and mine. She ain't never tripped about it. Ever mind talk shit, go out to eat. She ain't never like even. Every now and then she might be like, "You still over there? Are you in back yet?" You know, she ain't never been like, "I don't want you over there. I don't like being around her," because they met and the energy. You know, most of the time y'all can kind of feel when it's something there.
But let me ask you a question:
intuition.
Do your girl has a best friend, male?
She do.
And do she hang out with him and party with him? Like just different stuff that they.
I don't know about hung with him, but he's come over and like kicked it with her like while I wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? Like shit like that. Came over, kicked it with her while I wasn't there.
My bad, bro.
What was the giggles for?
He came over, kicked it with her a few times while we wasn't living together at the time. So I mean, I can't.
Oh, okay, yeah.
They came over, kicked it with her while I was there and while I wasn't there.
Well, no, that's understandable.
I was comfortable with it. I didn't care.
Yeah, you ain't. I got you.
I'm tripping. Yeah,
She got a middle list for you.
Levi from her job.
Is Levi gay?
I'm not.
Is Levi gay though? Is Levi?
No. Listen. I'm not gonna lie. He definitely tried to. He shot his shot for sure.
Tried to shot with her?
He shot his shot for sure.
With her?
Yeah, twice.
And you still comfortable?
We was broke up.
But still, you still comfortable?
No, I'm not still comfortable with it now. What I'm saying at the time.
No, I'm just saying like now. So like now, I'm just saying now in the present time.
But outside of him, like
Let's say if they still were.
Still her middle best
That's what we trying to
I have no
Best
clue.
friends?
I have no clue.
So you have no idea.
No, I'm just saying like.
If they still best friends.
Let's just say let's say you know all that stuff, right? That he tried, shot his shot.
Like, you gotta shut that down.
Yeah, but would you continue to allow her to have a relationship with him, like a platonic relationship with him?
She can
Like
see him at work, sit down and work, eat with him, but all that coming over and shit.
what about coming off?
So,
You go.
Shut down.
Oh wait.
Only
Why
at
is
work.
it shut down though? Because I thought she
I'm
didn't have friends.
I'm talking about as far as him coming over to the, like, right now, we live together. So if he tried to come over our crib, that shut down. Ain't none of that.
But
What?
why?
See that nigga?
If that's her friend and you know this, and you're okay with
because,
it, why is it shut
Because I
down?
feel like he was playing roles at that point. Like, he playing roles. She may not feel that way, but I feel like he was playing roles at that point. Like,
So basically, you saying exactly what Steve Harvey said.
Yep.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
I guess.
I mean, that's-
Him to be your friend.
Yeah.
So wait for that change.
But I don't know that for sure though. I never talked to the nigga. He might have saw her and liked her, and the energy wasn't there. They probably did get cool for her, and eventually he was like, you know what? I really like her, and I want to fuck with her.
Well, I think he always felt like
She's been
that.
working with this nigga for like 4 or 5 years, so I don't know.
Right,
You know
right.
what I'm saying?
He
Like,
probably wanted to fuck with her off the street.
but he wasn't trying that at first. It wasn't until we broke up that he tried to.
But I think he's still. I mean, for him
I
to.
respect-
The chink in the arm,
But I can
Your
respect.
scenario
But I can respect that
exactly
though. I can
what
respect
Steve
that
Harvey
though.
Right,
said.
right.
But I can respect that though. I
Right,
can
right.
respect that he waited until we at least broke up.
But would you feel comfortable if she was like, I'm about to go out to eat with him? How would you feel?
Can she walk you in right now, just the two of them?
The line is a little blurred
couldn't
at
tell you.
this moment.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you. I never really sat down and had me and him had to sit down and like have
Mm-hmm.
a kind of man to mom conversation about like where his head and what his intentions is.
Well.
You can tell me the truth. I ain't gonna get mad.
But what you saying is that.
You 6'7", he not gonna come tell you the truth.
Bro, everybody not afraid of me, bro.
Doesn't-
like, come on, bro.
He not gonna come tell you. His name, who said his name was Levi? Levi not.
So you felt like once he kind of crossed the line.
I had already told her like before, like when he was doing like random buying lunch shit. I'm like, bro, dog like you.
Yeah.
He may not make a move on it, but he like you.
Yeah,
She
of
was
course.
like, no, he don't. Like, he likes you.
What about you?
I'm not personally doing shit like that for a female.
She can't have no best.
So not somebody that's already shown that he was into you. Fuck no.
Yeah.
That's
You
big.
said you're not doing what?
My shit can't have no male best friend that's already publicly shown that he was into you. That's big.
Yeah.
I feel like
That's respect.
Remember when you just asked me the question about like can she go? Like I feel like after that it's broken. I feel like if you feel like y'all can maintain a friendship, I feel like it just needs to be a boundary set at that point. If that boundary is crossed again, then that means you need to just cut it all the way off.
Yeah, I ain't a risk taker. Fuck that.
I'm about to say that's kind of
That's too much.
What's too much?
It's just too much. Like
it's too much opportunity.
yeah.
So what's your perspective on it?
I just said I wouldn't be open to nothing,
No,
nothing but
I'm talking-
nothing being. No. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying I wouldn't be open to,
Yeah. No, I feel you.
We need a third camera.
What's your perspective on it?
I just feel like if I get a feeling that, because I'm pretty good with character, like I'm pretty good. So if I get a feeling that shorty, your friend feeling you, or I'm gonna say something. I have no problem saying shit about shit.
I got a question. What if you feel like you know for a fact that this person is not even they type and they would never even fuck with them?
That's your
Like
problem.
no matter what.
But see,
I would never
a lot of times, but see, a lot of times. Well, no, yeah.
Because most women aren't necessarily hooked on a man because of how they look, or you might think that dude like
Listen,
you don't know how that man stimulates that woman.
Listen, I'm
Mm-hmm.
not trying to get into specifics, but it's like no chance in hell.
Yeah.
Like no chance in hell.
Like
It's not even her speed.
Like I got a couple, you know,
whatsoever.
when
I don't give a fuck if he did a backflip through a fucking hoop of fire and they gave her $1 million. That's what it's still not
It's
happening.
still though, but that's.
No, when you know somebody, you know somebody.
I
know somebody,
I
you know
understand
somebody.
that, but it's still to.
That's like me asking. That's like me.
Open. That it's an issue regardless, because I understand what you're
I'm not
saying.
leaving it open if I say he's not allowed to come by or spend any time with her.
But you can still be friends
Oh, well,
with
he asked you.
I said they'd be. No, I didn't. I said any of that coming around shit is dead. I said they can still text and be cool because guess what? She worked with the nigga, so she's gonna see him regardless. But if she texting him and they just texting on some cool shit, I don't care.
What about they on the
I
phone?
don't care. I don't care.
Where they go to dance?
Because I know that's not a chance.
He said they
I
can't
just said
have
ain't none of that.
So then that can't be her real best friend. They can't even go.
But him trying to be disrespectful because he already showed that he wanted
But
that.
so you
They should only be able to be work.
Exactly. That's the
That's when they normally speak.
So you wouldn't look at your shorty as if it's disrespectful for her to know that he has hit on these wives.
He hit on her while we were broke.
This man wants me.
While we were
But I'm
broke.
still about to be cool with this nigga and text this nigga and sit on the phone
He
with
can
him.
stop.
Then he just, you think the attraction stops.
I've seen the instances. I've been told about the instances. I've seen it.
Of course you've seen it.
You seen
Y'all still not understanding what I'm saying. Y'all still not understanding what I'm saying.
So he don't care where I'm up.
Of course I do.
Listen to what I'm saying. He never ever made a pitch verbally, never made a literal pitch of showing his emotion of how he felt until we were broke up. I can respect that as a man. You didn't shoot your shot while we was together, correct? Right. So now that I know you like her, you already see her at work, correct? So all of the extra time you're trying to spend, if you're trying to come slide over here, I don't want, because that's awkward for me to be in your presence. So you can talk to her. Let me finish. I'm my own individual, so you can feel how you want to feel. You can talk to her off the grid as much as you want to. You want to keep it with her at work, talk to her about her lunch, you want to text her, call her. I don't give a fuck. But me being in your presence is going to be awkward because now I know you want her. That's going to be awkward. So I don't care if y'all talking and texting or whatever. You can still be trying to shoot your shot. I don't give a fuck. And I also know, like I told you, when you know somebody, the nigga has no chance in hell. When I tell you no chance in hell, I know for a fact, it's not her speed. It's just like me telling you, me bringing somebody to you, and I know for a fact you not fucking with somebody, you my mans, I know. You get what I'm saying? That's what it is, and that's what it is. So you can fuck with her, talk to her off the grid, whatever you want to do, whatever the case may be. But if you verbally saying, oh, let me take it, oh, I'm about to go out to eat with, no, that's not making me uncomfortable only because I know.
As a woman who has been in this position, and I cheated
You're a hypocrite,
with the coworker.
You're a hypocrite then because you.
And that was one of your considered close
I
friends.
cheated with the coworker. I was literally in that position. My baby daddy was compared to the nigga who I wouldn't say compared to the nigga. My baby daddy was way better looking, made way more money, and all of that shit. But this nigga showed me a little bit of affection, a little bit of time. But you know, I played. Let me tell you how I played it. He had a little shorty, so I used to tell my baby daddy we should hang out with him.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying?
She ain't never brought that to the table. Never, ever.
This is listen.
But I'm just saying.
No, keep going.
I'm just saying that to say, like, we know how to play the game, and that's why I asked you. You don't think it's weird that she's still like okay and open to having a texting relationship or talking on the phone with him?
She open to it, but it's barely happening.
Because I'm just saying, like
this is how things happen.
like not exactly. Now that I went through,
I'm hit, but I'm
now that I went through what I went
type of
through,
situation.
if a nigga trying to talk to me and I got a nigga, it's like that shit dead. And no, we're not about to be friends. No, we're not about to text. No, we're not about to call. Yeah, I'll see you at work, but shit, if I need your help, I'm gonna ask you for your help. If I don't, I'm not talking to you.
I didn't say that she still talked to him. I said that I wouldn't care if she did. I never said that she did. I said I
you did say that.
I said they were texting and shit after the fact, but I didn't know that. Like, nor I didn't give a fuck because at the time we were broken
Okay, but you still talk. I'm just saying. You still didn't answer my question.
What's the question?
The question is, so you wouldn't hold her accountable for continuing to have a relationship with him. You don't see nothing about that is like to you like this girl know this nigga tried to talk. This girl know this nigga tried to talk to her twice on 2 different occasions, and she knows he know that nigga, and then he made his move.
Wasn't her nigga.
Then he made his move. I'm about to say that he made his move when we broke up.
Correct.
He made his move, but now me and my nigga back together, but I'm still about to be friends with this nigga? No, that's fucking crazy. That makes no sense to me. And I'm saying it because I did it.
That's you though.
Okay.
That's you.
Okay.
She was telling you with the possibility.
My baby daddy thought the same thing about that guy. My baby daddy, to this day, my baby daddy still say the same shit. You cheated on me. He said you cheated.
First of all, you're not fat, but okay. If you think you're fat, then all right.
No, but I understand, like, with my whole situation, like with Nicole, it's like I'm admit, like, I am funny when it comes to like what dudes is like, you know, like that she's friends with. Because there was some dudes I was just like, nah, you're not talking to them.
And then and the thing is, and I'm just gonna
I feel like that's insecure though. I feel like
No,
that's
I mean, it could be.
I feel like that's insecure.
It depends on the situation.
I don't give a fuck what a nigga look like, how a nigga coming. I know that I'm doing my part. So if I'm not doing my part, if I know that I'm doing my part, and I know that I'm doing what I need to be doing on my end, if she cheat, she cheat.
Let me tell you where the difference is. Let me tell you what the difference is between the insecurity. It's because it was a conversation had. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, even despite a conversation being had, it's a respect factor. You get what I'm saying? Because what I got going on with him, it ain't worth me losing just to say I'm friends with somebody. You know what I'm saying? To a degree that I know that when I know.
Like I said, that I'm cool with, like, I'm just like, oh yeah, they just the dude. Again, like I said,
Well,
the nigga did his thing and tried to shoot a shot when we broke up. I respect that. So I can respect the fact that he did that. So me respecting that means if you want to remain talking and being cool, that's fine. As long as you're not going to keep if you want to try to cross the boundary while we're together, that's totally different. But if you waited until shit was fucked up, you said that. At this point, when I say we were broke up, this wasn't no like, oh, he know. We wasn't just broke up for no 2 weeks. We broke up for over a year. So that's, to me, that's respectable.
Wow.
Nigga, you waited until I was out of the picture to shoot your shot.
How do you know that he waited?
I know because I seen it, bro. I went through her phone plenty of times. She was talking to the nigga. I went through her phone plenty of times. Let me finish. Yeah, they talk at work about, what you think they talk about at work?
Hey, that's tough, bro. That's tough.
Well, y'all can keep being insecure. I'm a nigga that believe in
No,
dark.
no,
that's true.
It's tough.
You can keep having your insecurities, and in a relationship, you're never going to be happy because you're always going to wonder if your partner doing something. So that's bullshit.
Well, I feel like
that is insecurity.
Listen, that's my thing.
Niggas tried to shoot a shot when we was together, then cool. Nigga, you cut off.
If I'm with a nigga and a bitch trying to talk to my nigga,
Can't talk to
you
her.
can't be around her. No, you cannot.
I have no
You know
choice
why?
but to-
Because what? We're all humans,
You sound
right?
stupid because I have no choice for him but to be around her because they work together.
Okay,
I
but
have no
so
choice.
let's text
See,
and talk
I have no
on the phone.
choice.
this is my thing. Like,
Listen, does she make any sense? If I tell her that she can't talk to this nigga, texting or calling him, and they're not gonna talk at work?
But you
Wait,
said
say that
that
one
on
more time.
Twitter.
Say it one more time.
I never said that. I said what they talking about at work is what I said. I said what they talking about at work.
Have you ever had a chick you work with?
Once. And we ended up being in a relationship.
So what was y'all talking about at work? That
We didn't have anybody that we was fucking with though. That's the difference.
But people cheat though. That don't always.
That's understandable, but we still didn't have anybody we was fucking with, so we can't talk about a situation that is not the same.
But it has nothing to do with necessarily. Okay, when you talk about insecurity, okay, first of all, I just looked at that. Let's just talk about what the actual definition of it is. Uncertainty or anxiety about oneself. Lack of confidence. And in some cases, it has nothing to do with confidence. It's about more so deadening the opportunity of something happening. That's just like, are you wait?
I wouldn't be able to date it. They
Right.
work together.
Let me get.
They can go fuck in the janitor's closet.
Let me
They
get.
can go fuck
You know
in the
that
car.
right.
But that's what I'm explaining to you. Why am I being extra about trying to cut somebody off that she's going to have to see regardless? So if you
No,
want to
it's not
talk
about
to them
being
off
extra.
the grid, it's not nothing I can do about that either. That's out of my control. When I'm supposed to tell her to quit her job, she make over $20 an hour. So I'm gonna say quit your job because you work with a nigga that tried to talk to you when we broke up. No, I'm not doing that.
No.
If you want to talk to that nigga off the grid, That's fine. But as far as me being in his presence and us hanging out and him coming over, that's dead. If you want to text him and be cool, that's fine. But I can tell you, I told her that's not your friend. That's not your friend. Y'all just cool.
Okay,
because he likes you and shot your
This
shot.
is where the issue is at.
It's a difference in somebody being cool and somebody being friends. But there is a boundary as far as I know to my knowledge.
The boundary is that he's not going to be around you. That's the boundary.
I said that.
That's the only boundary though. There needs to be more. But there needs to.
But how can it be? But if you want to, but this is I think where the confusion is coming at, is because I don't think you realize it, but you're kind of saying two different things. Because when you allow someone to have a friend, the friendship is the friendship. So when you talk about a connection, or if this person is her friend, as you're saying, like I get what you're saying, like you said, I don't have no control. They work together. I told her, it's okay. She texted me, she do this.
I didn't tell her anything. I just don't say shit about it.
But that's not what you said, though. I don't think you're realizing.
I didn't say shit about it because I know what it is.
But I'm just gonna be real with you. Your conversations keep guiding with what's being said at the time, because you're saying two different things. So if you are saying that you are okay with her having a friendship, that's where it all stemmed from. You said, I'm not insecure. I don't got no problem with it. My girl can have a friend. She can do this, she can do that. And then we say, okay, well, you okay with her having him come over and all? When somebody's in a, I didn't say you said that. I said when we asked you, are you okay with her having him come over and do this and do that? But you got stipulations with it. So if you so secure, why is there any stipulations with it if it's her friend?
I already told you. I said that would be awkward because I now know that would be awkward. I don't want. I'm a person that if I'm in the room with somebody, if me and this nigga get into it, let me finish. Okay. If me and Tay get into it, I'm going to exit the room because now there's an awkward feeling. I'm going to leave the room. So therefore, I don't have no beef with the nigga. I'm not mad at him. And I said I respect him waiting until we were not together for doing that.
But those are two different things. Having beef and having respect for him has nothing to do with you setting boundaries. So in essence, that's a form of insecurity as well. If you were secure of her having a friendship, it wouldn't be no stipulations. If you was okay with it, why should it matter if he came over there, if y'all living together or not? Like you said, you can't control. She gonna do what she gonna do. She work with him. No one told you to do it.
That's the same as if you met a friend of his and you didn't like the bitch, but it was one of his good friends. You seem like the person.
But that's not the point of the conversation. You just said you did not dislike him. There's no beef, right?
But listen, okay, if there's no beef. If something happens between you and one of his female friends, and you just choose that, I don't really,
Okay, but then that's a whole nother conversation. Did something happen between you and Levi?
No, that didn't happen.
Okay, so then why are you comparing that and saying the same thing with me?
Because I'm saying,
so now you're bringing up a different scenario.
I'm putting it as if you just.
But you said if I had a problem with the person.
For instance,
no, keep it the same.
Okay, that's fine.
I don't got a problem with it.
I'm gonna keep it the same.
Okay, you don't got a problem with Levi though, right?
I'm gonna keep it the same.
No, you don't have a problem, okay? So don't say I have a problem with one of his friends. Keep it the same. So you don't got a problem with Levi. Use your example. Okay. I don't got a problem with his friend. So continue.
So one of his closest friends, wait till y'all break up, shoot her shot, and y'all get back together. You gonna tell him you can't talk to her no more? And it's somebody he's been friends with for a long time. 5+ years. They close, they always talk.
Of course, because now everything has changed. But you're saying that you don't agree.
So you would tell him that he can't talk to her ever again?
Of course.
Okay.
Because the boundaries have been crossed. The lines are blurred at this point. So now it has nothing to do with me being insecure about myself.
What if he work with?
Work with, now you're talking about, that's why I keep trying to say.
It's the same situation.
We're talking about two different things.
No, I'm not. It's the same situation. What if he worked with her?
Working has nothing to do with when we're talking about friendship. Work is business. Friendship is friendship. You gotta separate the two. That has nothing to do with what you work. I can work with plenty of people, then they're not my friends.
That's the reason why
I work with a lot of people that are my friends.
About the texting and calling, because they still speak at work. And I can't control what she does at work.
But what we're trying to tell you is that wasn't the topic of the conversation. The topic of the conversation was they were friends. The whole point is, can a platonic relationship happen between two people? And that was not the topic. So the discussion
So y'all basically feel like if somebody try to talk to somebody and they get shot down, they can't be friends no more.
I don't want to say they can't be friends, but
we're saying
what y'all saying.
if you're
in your relationship, nah.
And then this person. So for instance, we all doing what we doing, right? Me and Tay, you know, we in our relationship, and then okay, now if we continue, now we didn't develop the relationship, Jasmine, right? Okay, so now we all getting cool, we all developing some type of relation, okay? I don't want to say friendship because everybody agree those levels are different. Now, if it gets to a point, first of all, if she ever tries to talk to him at that point, that's a whole nother boundary of lines that have been crossed now. And we get back together. No, she can't be around like that.
She crossed whose boundaries? Yours or the relationship?
The relationship boundary.
Oh,
It's not even about having lack of confidence or trust or anything. It's just those doors of opportunity is hard. Temptation
I feel
is
like
hard.
that goes back to you saying trust though, because if you trust him to do the right thing. No. She said early in the conversation that she don't care about him having female friends. No, you're not listening. You said you trust him to do the right things, even despite him having female friends. So just because she crossed that boundary and he's still cool with her, you should still trust him not to cross that boundary, right? So why does it matter if they still friends if you trust him? Your obligation your obligation ain't to her. So if I trust,
are you gonna let me answer?
I'm gonna let you answer.
Okay.
I'm gonna let you answer, but I'm saying that's how I feel about situations. I trust for shit not to happen.
Okay, so let me give you an example. Let me give you an example.
About that.
Are you wanna go? Okay, we where we at, right? Like I said, it has nothing to do with him per se. It has everything to do. I think it's okay to say, if that's okay with Mike, Jasmine, and Tay, because I think we're all on the same level of not necessarily a lack of confidence, but what you're not going to even allow an opportunity to happen. It goes back in line. Are you, because where we're at now, it's the same thing as saying, are you going to choose to go to a gas station on Mac and Bewick at 2:00 p.m. or are you gonna go at 2 a.m. in the morning?
I feel like that's a bad example.
How is it not? It's the area of opportunity. It's the opportunity.
What are y'all missing?
This conversation reminds me of
They
the topic.
work together. I cannot control that, right?
What are you talking about? Or you said friendship. You said friendship.
I said I don't care if they talk. I don't know what they call whatever the fuck they got going. I don't know what it's called. I don't know if it's friends.
So that's an uncertainty, right?
So you don't even know.
Correct. So why would I be like, oh, you can't talk, you can't text him because he tried to do this? When there's still, you keep saying opportunity, there's still an opportunity for something to happen at the workplace. You know how many people I know fuck co-workers in their cars, in the closet, in the bathroom. There's still an opportunity. There's nothing I can do about that. So I'm willing to live with the fact that she still talks to him because I respect that he tried to shoot his shot when we were broke up, and I can't control what happens regardless. That's why I don't care. You understand now? Thank you. I trust her enough for that, but I know nothing's gonna happen. That's
why? Because she's not a cheat.
No, it's not even. It don't have nothing to do with him being attractive. I just know that there's nothing there with. It's that too, but that's part of it. That's part of it. It's part of it. Like if I know you like I know you, I know there's certain people that you wouldn't fuck with.
So what about this though? What about if he was a very, because we guys, and this ain't no gay shit. You know if a guy is attractive, not attractive, but you know if he's a nice looking dude.
I'm grown as hell, and I'm like, yeah, I'll tell you if a nigga's attractive.
Exactly. So
the nigga handsome, the nigga look nice.
So what if he was a very handsome dude?
It probably would be different. I'll probably be like, quit your job.
Okay, so that, but that comes into insecurity, right?
That's insecurity.
That plays a part.
But you just said you're not insecure.
I said I'm not insecure when it comes to him. I didn't say in general.
So you feel like he bold looking nigga?
It's more to it than that.
So you
Way
just
more to it than that.
What you're saying is that you feel more confident because he's not.
It's you know how people come off. You know how people. You know how somebody.
He like corny. He corny as hell is what you're saying.
Bro, it's a lot of shit.
Yeah.
It's a lot of shit. It's a lot of shit.
Now see, this is where
it's way more variables than just look. It's a lot of shit.
All I'm saying is this, and this is coming from a female.
Mm-hmm.
And again, when I speak, it's nothing that we have not.
You can show me this picture and do what you're talking about, and I'll tell you straight up, like.
But see, this is what I'm trying to
show me a picture. I want to see a picture. answer. My judgment may be different.
But this is what I'm trying to tell you. You only
the
think
news that
that-
she said she.
all I'm saying is, I'm not saying that your girl, let me just put this disclaimer out there. I'm not accusing her or trying to insinuate anything.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of the times, women, no matter what they type might be or what they think they type might be,
I'm into that.
or like you talking to someone that has dated different races, different sizes, different
I'm hip.
tall, short, big, small, you know,
We don't care about
Asian,
that.
black. It's
I
like
don't care about looks.
when you think that this
I'm
girl
gonna
don't think it's the swag or the look or something like that, that's not necessarily all the way true with a woman because we're not always necessarily visual. Like a man would be.
I'm gonna explain to you when we got cameras. We gonna be off the grid. We talking about something.
Oh, of course, but you know,
So
it's just that opportunity
You
exists.
stop it.
okay.
You cut it off. Right.
Wait, are you sure it's off?
Hold on, let me make sure it's on because I'm on the.
Because I don't continue to keep talking about this.
We still shit.